like I said, it's not as bad as the last, but it's close. But if you win everything, you can still draw in the last round where you would have to play otherwise. So it's hard to justify conceding so early. In both of them,
I think you found one bounce hand and the cap.
And here contender or something like that, and you can
the pinging from Nin. You have a subscene of just drawing cards. You just draw cards. That's it. You play cantrips, you draw more cards. I guess he plays also Days, Force of Will, maybe Misdirection. Looks maybe decent in the deck. You want cheap,
I guess,
and 0 mana spells.
Yeah, that would be good.
Gitax and Probe, of course.
Okay, so can you put up Dorian for 1 second?
Yes.
Like if you play 2 spells in your turn and then 2 spells in...
Yes, you draw 2 your turn and 2
okay, yeah,
their
so
turn.
Well, it's not easy because that's starting to be a lot of spells, but that's...
But you can play instant with cantrips like Opt, Peak.
Yeah, I assume he's playing all of them.
Yeah, like you have a ton of 1 mana instant with cantrips like Sword Scour. If you want to go deep and play as many 1 mana instant speed cantrips as you find, you can play
well,
maybe
you don't want
10,
to go
15?
too overboard on that, but because you're just gonna draw more cantrips and not affect the board, but
each cantrip gets you +1 card because of Dorian, so...
Well, only the second one on turn. Now you cannot go like full on storm mode, but...
Yeah, it's pretty tough, but the good point is that you have decent body, like it's okay. It dies to bolt, okay?
But there are not many bolts that are played, like even people playing it only plays 1, so it's really fine to be a 2/3 in EDH.
Yes, and then you can just drop a Blood Moon.
Yeah, and Blood Moon is
Magus as well, I guess.
Yeah, he's most likely playing Ruination as well, also Blue-Red Classic. So I believe it's an Anticipate. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Vulcan Baga, I think, art.
Not sure of who.
This one,
it's a Friday Night Magic.
Vulcan Baga.
Yeah,
the
nice.
Vulcan Baga Anticipate.
Not
a fan either.
Yeah, I like Vulcan Baga, but this not great.
Yeah, I really like the one from Battle for Zendikar, the new one.
Yeah, the old one is fine as well. Both
the
are like
original
fine, not insane.
The new is, you see, it's a bit like... You see that the guy is pondering between 3 options, you see the bubbles.
Yeah, I like it.
Here, just a girl stepping a sword. Oh, okay, she anticipated it. So, Genera on the other side, it's like let's say, Naya beat down.
Well, it's bounce.
Bounce beat down.
Kind of. It's more of aggro control. Like you play counter spells, and
you have blues.
I assume Nikolai is sitting on some since he hasn't played any mana elf, where you usually have a lot of them in general.
You can have the Noble Hierarch.
Yes, of course.
The one of the few decks who can.
Yeah, that's definitely the best mana dark in Commander. Like, usually the Strike Shaman is better, but since there are not too many fetches,
but
like
you don't have the right to play him here.
Well, you cannot even play him, but like even when you can play both, the Strike Shaman is not that great in Commander. You still play him, but it's hard to have enough fetches to really have him make enough mana constantly. Alright, so Fenech Shaman on turn 3. This means is he leaving some kind of... I believe I saw mana dice in Nicolas' hand, like on the left. And that's what he's going to cast on the Vandalion Click. Pretty powerful play. Let's see. What does Manuel has in hand? If he can go Jory and Lightning Balls, that would be very good for him. We can see Ponder. Oh, Jason Sculptor. Yeah, that's pretty good as well.
It's a decent card.
Does he have Days of Force? I don't think he does, but he has a Council Judgment, so he's gonna bounce the Fenech Shaman. It's still gonna get a bit of a tempo boost by the Jace, but no card advantage. If Nicolas had a...
Oops,
has
sorry.
If Nicolas has an elf to play and a Council Judgment, that would be great, because that means he can pull ahead on mana. If he only casts the Council Judgment, then it's just on parity, which is a good trade for Manuel.
So, Jason Sculptor got answered by Council's Judgment.
Yeah, and now Nicolas is playing his Ponder. He played his Council Judgment first to play around Days. I'm not sure if Manuel plays Days. Like
It really looks like it would want to play Days.
well, it seems good with the Commander, but on the other hand, when you play a control deck, Days is really not something you want to cast in the early turns. Bouncing an end is huge disadvantage.
It really depends on the curve of your deck as well. Like if most of your interaction is 2 mana and you have most cantrips, it will be okay to just resolve Days, right?
That is true, but you really want to go and in the 2 spell territory really fast, so it does hurt that, even if your curve is really low.
Yeah. The thing is that, you know, Days has an alternate casting cost, like 1 mana and a blue.
well,
and sometimes you can also cast it like as a 2 mana force spike.
you wouldn't play that card if
Definitely.
you didn't have to.
But
So
it's a fine alternate casting cost.
Jace Rinse Prodigy for Manuel, which is...
No Comic Con, I'm disappointed.
Ah, come on. at least we can recognize it. Like, Comic Con is like... Wait,
True,
what?
you never know which walker it is.
It's a black card, cool.
Well, it's a silver linings.
No,
Pretty
I
nice.
believe Manuel has missed his land drop. He has Condescend and is that Charm in hand at least? Meddling Mage, so most likely gonna name Jory N, but... Or... What did he name? So up at the end of the turn.
Baby Jace is not Baby Jace is not Jace Vryn's prodigy. Baby Jace is Jace Bellerin.
Nah, I don't think so. Like, it's more like Kool-Aid Jace. Now, it used to be Baby
Emo
Jace.
Jace.
But yeah, Jace Vryn's Prodigy is the new Baby Jace. And you get the Kool-Aid Jace with Jace Bellerin.
Okay. So Jace Vryn's prodigy, one of the best cards in Standard for sure. Maybe it's the best.
Yeah, most likely the best. It's not worth 90 ticks on MTG for
That's
no
crazy.
reason.
It makes no sense. You can buy boosters for 4 ticks. I mean, the EV of boosters is pretty high.
I guess so. Let's see.
Yeah, so it's gonna flip. Meddling Mage is likely naming Jorian, I guess.
Yeah, I haven't checked, but that
It's a safe bet.
it's the only thing that makes sense to me.
Interestingly enough, Nicolas chose to not play his General. He had 5 lands.
He's holding up some counter magic, I'm not sure which one. I can see at least 2 lands in his hand, Sun Petal Grove and Adarka Wastes. He has at least a 3rd card.
So
He's gonna fetch. Maybe he has a Vandalion Click at the end of the turn.
Makes sense. So General is I'd say it's really between aggro and control. Like, I thought it was a bit more aggressive than it looks like it is.
Well, it really depends. Like, this draw is really not very aggressive, but sometimes you can play a turn 2 Genera, have some more mana darks, and start investing mana into it and kill really fast.
Yeah, because you can go 5, 7, 9, and it's not legal.
Yeah, I'm not really sure like how much mana each turn. Like, it depends. But sometimes you have Bloom Tender or something like that, and you can put a lot of counters in.
I see. But yeah, usually you can maybe attack for 5 and then pump to attack for 6 on the 4th attack and kill with command damage.
Yeah, you can do the 21 in 4 hits.
So no Vandalion Kick.
Just untap. So what does he have?
I'm not entirely sure.
Steam.
We'll
Yalimaya
I
Coast
think
as
I see.
well.
Yeah, it's a coast. For
So,
sure. Well, we'll see when he plays it.
so he has 4 cards in hand, and 2 of them at least are lands. Seems to be.
Yeah, breeding pool as well.
He's in play.
Okay, and he's trying to resolve a genera, which will get counterspelled. Good old one. The guy not understanding what
so-
he's doing.
Let's see. Mana leak on the counter spell. So Manuel is just going able to pay.
I think he has a force spike behind that.
So yeah, something similar, like a daze or a spell pierce maybe. Oh, what?
And yeah,
Is
well,
that-
if he wants to play around days or force spike, it makes sense to play the Either Charm here.
That is true, but I guess if you have no way to remove genera when it dies, because isn't that a whoa, whoa!
What is
This
it?
is huge. It drew a runation.
Oh, okay.
So how many does Nicola only has one
He
basic
has an
land?
island.
Yeah, but that's pretty much game if it resolves.
Yes.
It's going to be so hard to come back. I mean, he has some lands in hand. It's not like but
Yeah, Ruination is really tough to beat on some draws like this.
so Nicola picked up a fight on Genera, lost the fight, and just so he's floating 1 mana,
Yes.
and all the lands are getting destroyed.
I know he's regretting some of his life choices. Like, why did I play 3 colors already? Oh, well, that was brutal to watch. Now Manuel just have to find an answer pretty much to the Meddling Mage, drop Dorian and go to town with the CA.
Yeah, I mean, Nicola has at least a couple lands in hand, but Manuel still has 4 lands, and even though he doesn't have any more in hand, it means he has a lot of action and he can cast his spell, active Jace, so really good for him.
He's also on the road to Ultimate Jace.
That's a possibility, but with 99
Ah, yeah,
cards,
99 cards is
it's
way worse.
really a lot. Like, even in standard, I think it's pretty slow to kill someone unless they are drawing with a lot of painful truths.
So, which card was that? I'm not sure.
Did he play?
Fauna Shaman,
Yeah,
okay.
that's Fauna Shaman. He played it on turn 2 and it got bounced by the Jace and he
Okay.
didn't really have an opportunity to play it.
So, I guess Manuel would love to still have the Either Charm in hand to kill the
yeah.
Meddling Mage. But on peut plus près. Oh, snap.
Yeah, I mean,
Sorry.
he has a Jace. He can like flashback it and kill the Meddling Mage. I'm not sure which one he wants to kill actually, because the Fauna Shaman is more threatening. If he cannot, if he cannot kill both, he most likely wants a Fauna Shaman.
So Jace would go down to 2, but it's not really a problem. As you said, Ultimate is not a real goal here.
Yep, it's more about protecting it and using as many flashbacks as possible.
So at least Nicolas still had a few lands
Yeah, I mean,
behind.
it's very good for him to be like it would if there was no ruination, he would be in mana full for sure. But I guess now it's general cost 5. He might be able to get there. But
No, because Manuel can flashback Ruination before he gets to 5 lands.
that is true. That is true. This is very threatening.
Like if Jace goes
It's
to 2,
going
he goes back to 3, and he can
Yeah,
flashback
well,
Ruination.
he could fight on the flashback ruination, but well, that's okay, I guess.
Yeah, that means he has one
That's-
more turn, by the way,
It's-
against a possible flashback Ruination.
Well, yes, that's going to threaten the Jace and actually stop him. Even if the Jace sticks up every turn, it will stay on 2.
Yes,
Uh,
on 1. Yeah, on 1. even.
Yeah, between 1 and 2. And if Manuel wants to get rid of the Meddling Mage, Nicolas is going to draw 2 cards, and that's very powerful. It's like kind of fair Skull Clamp actually, because it just boosts my creature, and if you want to kill it, I get to draw some cards, but not
Yeah,
not the clamp my elf, clamp my other elf, draw 19
It's like
cards.
Skullcamp was meant to be.
Yeah,
Skullcamp was meant to
it's
be with
alright.
my creature and punish you if you kill it.
It's a very fine card, nothing broken about it. Well, I mean,
When you play it like that.
I truly mean it for in this kind
Yes.
of situation.
And
it's-
Jojo card is kind of broken still. Like 2 is a lot. Should be 1, definitely.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't give +1 -1 and just +1 +1.
Yeah, like it was originally meant
Yeah,
to be. And
maybe.
2 mana to play, 2 mana to equip, if I remember correctly.
I'm not sure about that. Maybe I just heard about the
Yeah,
exact
plus-
same card, but +1 +1 instead of +1 -1.
Yeah,
and
but-
they thought it was too powerful, so they decided to.
To change it, yeah, that's
Yeah,
not
of
the
course.
best idea, but the way this worked was like, before it was pumping and it was very expensive to equip, and then they changed it to not pumping and harder to, easier to equip. So they thought, oh, it's okay like this, like, no, it's not broken, and it was broken, sort of. Has like in recent times, Skullclamp is in the modern times, Skullclamp is by far the most broken card, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I have again. Okay. Skullclamp is way worse.
The
but-
real question is it better than Mental Misstep or Jason Man's Counter? I think the answer is yes. Even though Misstep is more
Yeah.
played in Vintage, because you have Trial, you have other Missteps.
Yeah, I mean, small creature on 3, what Vintage is about, so Skullclamp gets worse, but
There are
if you-
tons of mentor decks.
like if you compare, if you would put Skullclamp in other formats, it would be way more powerful than Mental Misstep. And it's
That
also
was
Misstep.
very spicy. Did you see what Manuel
I'm
played?
sorry,
So he got a Condescend on
I think
Condescend
it
on
was
the
a
Revoker?
Syncopate.
No, and then a Boomerang.
Okay, oh yeah, so he stabilizes the board, gets to tick up his Jace.
He gets to play Zurian. I think that's the big deal.
Yeah, I mean, and he's going to be able to defend his Jace, so he can tick up and flashback the Ruination, which is going to be very powerful. It seems that Nikolai is now stuck at 3 lands, and he's going to need to fetch some more basics, or most likely have to counter the Ruination to
To have a chance.
to have a chance.
But he can also meddling range on Ruination. If he really feels like this is what makes him lose the game.
Well, that's
That
would make sense, huh?
like if he
But-
has no other outs,
Like, what is?
3 mana tutor. So
I'm not
what
sure
3
what
mana
it was.
tutors do we have? Intuition?
I think it was middle of the mixture.
Oh.
Alright.
Welcome back. We are going on round 7 now. 7 rounds. So the first win and ins are being played. We are not featuring, strictly speaking, win and in. The players
Yeah.
will display still have to win the 2 next rounds to be in.
Well, this one and the next one.
Yeah.
So if Manu wins this one and the next one, he will be in for sure. It's not sure for Diego though.
So we have Manuel Lemarec on Jace Rin's Prodigy against Diego Rio on Grand Arbiter Augustine the fourth.
I don't
That's right.
know. 4th, I think.
I think it's GAA4. So- We get a pretty interesting mono blue deck from.
Okay, so that's
From
the
Manuel?
reason we decided to feature Manuel. Is despite not being
Spot
in
on.
at the best record, he has a super cool deck, like really
It's
super.
sweet.
You think it's cool when you see the commander, and you haven't seen the deck list yet. It's just
It's sweeter than this.
it Jace Rin's Prodigy.
And basically, well, it's mono blue control with a bunch of counterspell and card draw, of course, but it's playing polymorph, but not just like polymorph. It's playing a lot of similar cards. I don't even know all of them. I assume
Synthetic Destiny.
I assume that's one of them, but I don't even know that card. I know he has one that will polymorph the same type of permanent. So if he does it on Jace, he will get Emrakul. But if he does it on Jace once it's flipped,
It's
we'll
on
get
Ugin.
Ugin.
So he has one creature in his deck, Emrakul, one Planeswalker, Ugin. Is that right? And the rest is control.
Okay, so he's not even playing Jace the Man Sculptor.
Mono blue, no Jason Man Sculptor. I don't need it. So on the other side, we have an old favorite of Duel Commander. It used to be very popular, but it kind of fell by the wayside. People stopped playing it. Tasigur is the new best control deck. Like when people want to play controls, they play Tasigur usually.
Yeah, that's a go-to choice at the moment.
So Grand Arbiter, it's different. Definitely, you play it. Well, it can become pretty degenerate with its general on the table, as opposed to Tasigur, where Tasigur is good, but it's a 4/5 that you can cast for one. Okay, it's a better Tarmogoyf, but that's it.
It's an ability that is quite relevant in Commander.
It's decent, but like Grand Arbiter, when it sticks to the board, you can really do crazy stuff with Sphinx Revelation and other blue-white cards. You can really get ahead on mana very fast.
That is true. Okay, so let's see if there is anything special in Diego's deck list. He's playing Helm of Obsidian, so I guess he's playing Rest in Peace for
yeah, two
the
cards combo.
Yeah, yes, Curse Totem, which does stop Jace. But even if it's not for that
But
matchup,
it's not spicy enough. I mean,
No,
I'm looking
okay,
at.
so I see. One second. So yes, Cataclysm, Rest in Peace, Helm of Obsidians, which are kind of the wonky slot, I guess. Otherwise, just like counterspell, card draw, and removal. Like
and turn
really
one
nothing
onto
special.
Soul Vision go.
Yep.
So,
Rest
but yeah,
control.
he doesn't play Cerulean Wisps like Manuel does.
Oh come on, he's playing that card.
Yes!
Yes, you can untap Jace for an extra loot.
So much value!
In response to a removal when you have only a couple of cards in the graveyard. Yeah, loot, untap, loot again.
Loot.
Oh, it's flipped.
Flip
Too
it.
bad.
Yeah, you can do some cute things. I didn't expect that though. So we get an Ancestral Vision suspended, like the good old fair Ancestral Vision.
Yeah, not much cascading in the edge.
It's a bit, well, there is Master Mondor, but it's banned or just not
No,
playing Duel?
it's well, there are some, but not too many.
Yes.
Your PC ran into an error, you need to restart.
Okay, we'll take a break.
Be right back.
Right back. Okay.
So I'm not sure if the stream is still live, but it seems like we have an error on the PC that is streaming the actual game. So we can't show you the game right now, unfortunately.
The PC crashed, so you can analyze the deck list. You have time.
Alright, so I'm gonna analyze the deck list because the PC crashed and we have to restart it. Yeah, like I said, the blue-white list is nothing special. I guess he's playing some Meddling Mage, which is a little bit uncommon. He has Parallax Tide and I guess Parallax Wave most likely and Stifle combo as well, which is yeah, basically the only fancy stuff he got. I don't really know the player, so can't tell you much about him. And yeah, Manuel on the other hand is well known for playing some mono blue deck. With he used to play Teferi. I think he really likes. He plays Vandalion Click as well. I'm pretty sure he likes the counter spell. He's friend with Guillaume Wafotapa, and he's when he learned to play in Nantes, which is a city where
most Magic players kinda have an obsessive love for Think Twice and the like.
So normally we should be back. Let's try
Let's
this.
see.
Up. I'm connected. We are connected. Yes.
Alright. So we are on
Expert
turn
level
3,
troubleshooting.
and not much has happened. I played a couple of lands and
So
that's
one
it.
thing happened. Diego forgot one suspend trigger.
Alright, so
So-
I guess that's a bad point for him.
Yeah.
Twisting Needle. What name is that matchup?
I'll go move the light a little bit by the way.
Okay, so he's gonna play Jace on turn 3. Let's see.
Là, on voit pas le. Là, c'est bien. Là, c'est bien.
Jace resolve. Really, really good news for Manu. You can see that Diego doesn't have white mana yet. His deck list plays 11 islands, so it's not that surprising. Like playing so many islands is very good against Blood Moon and Renation and the like, but sometimes you will get screwed. It is not free.
Yeah, how many blue, white sources does he play?
Well, he has a lot of non-basics, so he has quite a few. He has 4 basic planes and, well, all the fetch lands, the duels, Mystic Gates, Celestial Colonnades. He has quite a few, but with 40 lands and 11 islands, like
Yes.
at least 3 colorless lands, 3 or 4. Yeah, that's why, yeah, 3 or 4
And
colorless
we
lands.
see Manuel with the Hugin in hand.
Alright, so he's not going to be able to polymorph into Hugin. It seems that the PC crashed again. Wow, that's not great. Well, let's see. Alright. So, still not much to talk about since the PC crashed again, and let's see, where was that? So I have Manu's deck list. He has a bunch of Counterspell, Powder Keg, Legacy's Allure, which is sweet with Jace because you can +1 and get a bigger creature than you would otherwise be able to. Giga Draws, Hibernation, which is very powerful card because green deck are quite good, and bouncing everything at once is great. And since you have Jace, you can always discard it if you draw it, for example, in this matchup. So let's see.
I got to see what I was troubleshooting, what was happening. So there was a rewind, the Urza untap your land counterspell played on the Ancestral Vision,
Okay, that's a
and that's what happened in the first 5 turns. We didn't miss much.
okay. That's
But-
well, that's a blue Counterspell mirror.
Yeah, so I'm hoping I can get this back. I'm losing everything. Okay, I can ping the other one. We'll be there. I'm only in a few seconds.
Oh,
I'm dropping so many frames.
in Menu's deck list we have Springjack Pasture.
What the? It's
You
the
know.
thing that it makes goats.
That's right.
Okay.
Well,
So goat
sometimes you
making
really
land.
need to get a creature for your
Ah,
polymorph.
yeah. You get your goat.
I believe it kind of works like a stockland as well. If you can stock your mana in goats or something like
You
that.
can do that.
I think
It
so.
looks good.
Cannot you like sack goats to make some extra mana?
It looks decent if you do that.
I'm not
but-
sure. It's been well, I don't know. It's like kind of a stockland that needs 4 mana to stock one, which is not the best.
Okay. So
let me check.
and I'll go back there because we still cannot see the light.
Yeah, that's correct. You can stock up mana with goat, with spring jack pasture. I guess that's pretty cool, but it's pretty expensive. Okay, so what sweet cards else do we have? We have Twisted Image, which can kill a creature with Jace, with a +1, which turns into a -0/-2. We have Submerge, because there are a lot of green decks. Yeah. Overwhelming Denial for the blue decks. Like, it's really a lot of...
Metagaming.
Yeah, it's interesting. Not a lot of card against mono red, but guess what? Not many mono red. We have 5 Zergo, I believe, over 213 players.
I can connect to the server, but I cannot see the video.
It's too bad.
I think I have to. Yeah, I think I have to restart.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that is true. Having such a hit or miss count is not that big of a deal with Jace. Like, Muffled Looter is such a powerful card. Mental Note. Yeah, he has some way to flip his Jace really fast. So it's cool. Mental Note. Cerulean Wisp is nice. Definitely very nice. About the top tables that you asked me about, I wasn't able to go back and check everything, but I believe there was Alexander Loskutov, also known as a new trader, which was playing his win and in against the Italian player Manuel that was playing Jory N. They're playing most likely a win and in. They're both at 1 loss. They might not be able to draw. The winner might not be able to draw, but still, very important match for them. Let me take a look at the pairings. So table 1 drew, but only table 1. All the others had to play. So Pierre Lenné, also known as Limpins, with Titania, drew with Constantin Rouelet, which was playing 5 color control with Nicol Bolas Planeswalker in it. I saw it, play it on the table. That's pretty good card when it's time for it. Obviously, sometimes you get mana screwed and it's stuck in your hand and you wonder why you made that choice. But when it's on the battlefield, pretty good. Let's see what else. Yann Laurente that we saw last round is against Michael Bernard, both at 1 loss as well. Mathieu Masson against Florian Chaminade, also known as Moondust, also both at 1 loss.
We got it! We're back!
Yes!
We're back. We dropped like 10,000 frames. So I can tell you what happened. Emmanuel said go. At the end of Diego's turn, he cast Fact of Fiction. Diego tried to condescend it, tapping 5 mana, because Manuel still had 3 more. So, condescend for 4. Manuel activated Jace. He discarded the Madness counterspell.
Circular Logic?
Yeah, Circular Logic. So his Circular Logic is a condescend. And after Circular Logic, he resolved Think Twice, which you can see in the graveyard. And there also was a Fact of Fiction.
I told you, the Think Twice aficionado plays the Time Spiral Think Twice.
Yeah, it's true. He's right. He's definitely right. That's what we do.
Yeah, le son.
Turn off the sound. Oh yeah, yes, I see. No, I will mute it here. Thank you very much for telling us. Normally it's turned on. It's turned off. But
I guess. Yeah, it should be.
it's turned off now. So
Sorry about that.
we're back, fully operational, almost. I just want to remove that. Wait, okay. Okay, we're good. No, not this one. And we got Chrome Mox imprinting Dig Through Time,
Not sure.
or is it casting the Dig Through Time?
With so much mana, I doubt he's printing Dig Through Time.
Yeah, it sounds weird for sure. Okay, so he's casting it. I would guess.
It's possible that the card he imprinted is in the exile zone below the graveyard.
Yes.
If it's just a blue card, it doesn't matter that much which card he imprinted.
Mm.
Unless I guess unless Diego plays like a rune processor and process the card, then I believe the
Chrome Mox doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, I
maybe.
think that's what happens.
I have to agree. I'm
Well,
not very versed in the interaction.
I'm
between
not sure he's
Chrome
gonna
Mox
play a
and
rune processor. He does have
Wesson Strangler is kind of playable.
not really, not in blue white.
So yeah, as well. So this is a merchant scroll, right?
Yep.
So what
Yeah,
does it get
result.
in this deck? Polymorph is a sorcery.
Yes, polymorph is a sorcery, but it has some polymorph effects with instant speed. I'm not sure which ones there are. Maybe you can take a look. There is Synthetic Destiny, but let's see what this one is.
Instance. Okay, exile all creatures you control at the beginning. Okay, so at the beginning of the next end step, you polymorph.
Okay, yeah, so 6 mana instant, polymorph all your creatures at the beginning of the next end step. I guess that
He has no
works.
creature.
Okay, so it's gonna get High Tide.
This is a high tide. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it's playing mono blue.
So many artworks
It's
for
like-
high tide.
Not,
It's
that,
not
a
this
good one.
one. 37. The Amy Weber.
Okay, so it didn't pick the same as you did. I like that one too.
It's I'm used to see the one with the
Yeah.
mage on it.
Yeah, the fishes are nice as well.
It's cute. They're cute. So, does he want tons of mana, or what is he doing actually? He -3 Jace. So I think that's how he casts the Dig Through Time. -3 on Jace.
Yep, most likely.
He still has High Tide and quite a few cards in hand. Diego found white mana through Ardarka Waste, a new modern staple since White Eldrazi
Okay, so
came forward.
there. Yes, he is playing Reweave,
What?
which should be an instant.
Reweave. Okay, let me check that. Reweave. It's an instant.
Okay, so that's the one. You sacrifice permanent and you will polymorph into the same kind of permanent, which means if what is it playing?
Weird disenchant.
That I'm
It
not
was a
sure.
white card which destroyed a Chrome Mox, so maybe it's
Yeah,
a
2
disenchant.
mana. It seems like a disenchant with a weird art.
Yeah, it has too many printings for us to be able to know.
Doesn't look like this one. And this
Yes,
one.
sir. It
I
has,
know all those, but not this
it
one.
has like 10 artworks.
I don't know. There's so many.
Okay, Battle Royale box sets.
No, not yet.
Mercadian masks.
Still haven't
No.
gone through half of them.
The best. My favorite is a Mercadian. I have a playset of the Fat Man.
Please, another art, but still, was
There's
that
s-
one?
No, it's a Sliver Disenchant. It's a black woman with light in her hand.
Oh,
it's this
we
one.
found it.
So we found it.
It's a Mirage Disenchant.
Okay, Mirage Disenchant. Yeah, the Mirage cards are a bit
I
weird.
actually never seen that art before. I've done like all the 10 we saw before, but not that.
I didn't show them on stream. I didn't
Well.
check, unfortunately. We should have.
Well, we kinda looked
Wait.
at 10 different artworks.
There are quite very many, very a lot of disenchants. Seriously, just so many different artworks.
Okay, so what's happening? Not much.
Okay, Manuel Lemarek is going to cast a Gigatorpor.
Okay. You get draws.
Gigadros, sorry. Gigadros going to replicate, tap all of Diego's land in his upkeep. Wow.
Let's just make sure you don't play anything.
Yeah, he has a 1 blue mana up, but Manuel with a Ugin in his hand and a bunch of counterspell, it's most likely gonna run away with the game.
Yeah, and he could high tide the Ugin to make sure he has tons of mana for his counter spells afterward to protect it.
Okay, seems like he's gonna dig.
Enough
Yeah.
to dig, okay. A good card. A good magic card. So, what is his goal currently? Because Ugin is good, but is it really that good against blue-white control? They have Oblivion Rings, so Banishing Light and normal Oblivion Ring, maybe other forms of exile?
Yeah, he has a couple, like Conceal Judgment.
Mhm.
We can look at his list, but they don't have that many, and it's going to be not very hard for Manu to fight on those. He has so many more lands. I feel like this Ugin is most likely going to be just game over.
So you drop the Ugin, you +2, and do you ultimate it or do you just
guess you
continue
do.
+2?
Like, drawing 7 card puts you...
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to take a while to kill him with just +1s.
So we get the high tide.
I mean, he could even go for some polymorph thing if he has the card. I don't think he does. So he started with High Tide, so...
This is how you know we're getting serious. High tide,
Yeah.
results.
How many villains does he have? He has 9 islands and tapped 1, so...
Yeah, he still has 16 mana. Normal. Casual.
Okay, so he's gonna flashback the dig.
Tap an island. Double impulse.
Yep. Yeah, double demonic tutor, you mean?
In EDH, I think it's fair to say it's not double demonic tutor.
Well, that is true.
It's not constructed with only far refs. So
Seems
flashback
that we have...
Jace. Oh, and he will be able to play Jace again, I guess, since it's his commander. And he has a ton of mana, so 2 island allows him to play Jace again,
Yeah.
as well
Yeah,
as well as Ugin.
Yep.
Yeah, or
Pretty
just
good.
sacrifice Jace to mana 3 and polymorph it.
Yeah, I don't know, like, there are just so many things you can do.
This deck is sweet.
That is... Well,
This deck is sweet.
I really hope he wins the next two. Like, it would be awesome to have in the top 8.
Yeah, like this is very funny to. I didn't think that by killing it. Yeah, it's
Alright.
a nice interaction.
It seems that we have a judge call. The game is on hold. I'm gonna try to find more about it.
Okay, so yeah, we're just waiting for the judge call to be over. So I know there are quite a lot of frame drops. The connection must be in trouble. So yeah, the stream might be a bit laggy because we're streaming over my phone, and the connection looks to be faulty at the moment. It will get better, I hope, in the next minutes. In the next minutes, it really goes on and off. So if you have frame drops at the moment, I'm really sorry. It should get better at a random point in time in the future. The judge call is still is over, it looks like, because Manuel is resolving his deck through time. So he's under the effect of a high tide, which means you still have pretty much infinite mana, 14.
14 is not infinite. Yes, Emrakul in his deck.
Come on! He cannot hardcast Emrakul at the moment. I know you're disappointed.
I totally am. So I took a look at the top tables, and it seems that Moondust has won his match. So
Already?
Yes, well, he's playing Elsball, so that can go really fast, depending on the matchup.
True. So
he's 6-1 now,
okay, give me a second.
and there is a good chance he can draw next round.
I don't know. We'll have to see. It took his loss in the middle of the tournament, so he can draw. He could draw, but with so many players, you can't really tell right now. He's definitely not in for sure. And there were no real winner so far. I saw Alexander in the control mirror against Jorian. They were still in game 1 with both players a lot of lands and cards in hand and nothing on the board, so it still seemed like
Oh, so Manuel
close
didn't
game.
land. So he's at 16 mana now. No, I know he played another spell.
Okay.
He cannot cast a miracle. I'm disappointed.
Well, he can. Maybe he could turnabout. I don't know.
It's not about a miracle. Indeed.
Is he playing turnabout? I think he is. Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
if
he
you
told-
have high tide.
he told me. Yeah, he's playing turnabout.
Frantic search as well, for sure.
Most likely.
Yeah,
Yeah, frantic search.
So probe, seeing Helm of Obedience, Day of Judgment, and Spell Snare. I think. It looks like.
He's just so far ahead. Like
Yeah.
he's seeing
Can't
because and he has the Helm of Obedience. Yeah, only 3 cards in hand. Yeah, this game is way past over.
Helm of Obedience, a very nice combo with Rest in Peace.
Okay, so there is a bunch of texts, but basically what it does is if there is a Leyline of the Void or a Rest in Peace in play,
You win the game.
it will deck your opponent. Exile all his library.
Not even mill it. Exactly.
It kind of has some line of text if you really want to read it, but I wouldn't bother.
It's interesting flavor text.
You-
A bit like the, let's say, the Oath in Oath of the Gatewatch. You know?
Yeah, I
In
know.
draft.
But I mean, even in Constricted, you don't use the effects that much.
Uh,
Sometimes.
the
but-
Nissa one, I mean,
Yes,
sometimes
you
it can be
can-
relevant in Green
Yeah,
White
so
scale.
to make sure you really in Rome, for example, so you can spend mana of any color to cast your Ugin.
Definitely useful, like, yeah.
Well,
the real thing is
there
that-
is Chandra in the deck and sometimes double ready stuff, so that's useful. But
you can play turn 3 Nicol Bolas with Tron if you have the Oath on the board.
Yes.
That's like the biggest thing you can do.
No, actually, Nicholas is
It's
8
eight.
mana.
Okay, you
You
can
lied to me.
turn 4 Nicol Bolas.
You lied to me.
I'm sure it can be relevant. Oh, so an Emrakul. Everything is shuffled. Okay, so can we shuffle? Intuition, Emrakul. So we get the shuffle, so that means he can polymorph now,
You?
because he went for the frantic search. And up, here we go.
Yes.
Shuffle everything. I guess he's gonna play Jason, polymorph it. Up. Yes, this shuffles as well. It's
Yes,
after
that
the
is correct.
resolution. So it's in the graveyard. It shuffles. This is a long game 1. It's been half an hour.
Yeah, I mean,
It's been over since 10 turns.
Yeah, Manu has been very far ahead since quite a while, but no, Manu doesn't have any storm win condition. He kills with Emrakul. If somehow his Emrakul got exiled, he can win with Ugin, and that's basically it. He has like some control magic effects, but which can win the game on Treachery, Legacy's Allure, Economic Shackles. But no, I guess he has Spawning Bed.
You're going way too deep.
Well, he has Spawning Bed, Fiery Conclave, and Mishra's Factory. Like, he can end the game with those.
Yeah, well,
Well,
you
if-
have to have a possibility. To
Yeah. I mean, that means if your opponent goes turn 1, Swamp,
Transgress the mind.
Swamp, Dark Ritual, and Sadistic Sacrament, you're not dead. Like, you still have Mishra's Factory in your deck.
Okay.
You're good to go.
You can win with the factory. So we get a turnabout from Manuel. If you told me he had 30 mana, I would believe you. I don't really know where he's at.
Well,
So sadistic.
are we still in the same turn?
Yes, it's still the same turn. He's casting Ugin just of the mana he was floating. Like, tapping link for Ugins? Casual. Like seriously, just cast it with all your lands untapped. Look how clean it is. So clean. So no wickets.
Very nice, very nice. Yes, that mana for this.
He doesn't have a polymorph, so no Ugin and Miracle. Too bad.
Well, he might still. He might have it and just want to wait and draw some more cards before killing his opponent. That would be just.
No Ugin +2. Okay, he's nice. He passes the turn without activating Ugin.
That's just.
He's that ahead. Okay, maybe not that far ahead, but.
Did he forget? Or
Yes.
did he want? Did he do it on purpose? Like, I don't know.
Don't you look?
It's-
I play again. Go. I don't need that. This would be pretty bad mannered, but pretty funny as well.
That's true.
3 mana, Helm. 4 mana.
4 mana and of obedience. Okay, so this is pretty much the only way Diego can steal this game. If for some reason Menu doesn't have counter spells, yeah, he's gonna go with Memory Lapse. 7th edition, I believe.
So we're talking about the different printing. So this one is a foil 7. Because it's
Yep,
black
that's
border.
the one.
So okay, this one was black borders. And I guess it's gonna be manual stand very soon. So you can untap.
He remember his trigger.
Yeah. He will likely
Okay,
remember
so
to use Jace.
we can see Manuel's main win condition in his hand. He has Spawning Bed.
He's gonna kill with it. He's out for blood.
Yup. What he drew? Dizzy spell. So he can get Eye Tide. I guess. What could he get now? Eye Tide is in the graveyard, right?
No, he had an Emerald afterward.
Okay, so he can still get Eye Tide.
Yeah, you can hide that, but for what purpose?
I don't know. Just makes more
Last
blue
turn
mana.
he had
Is it-
30 mana. So
Isn't it a purpose in itself?
and having
Like,
mana, yeah.
yeah, just have more mana. Okay.
Swan Song.
too
Let's
bad.
make sure.
Sure. Why not?
So it cannot counter the helm itself, but
No,
it can counter the rest in peace.
That is true. So it's like great in counter wars as well.
I think I also saw Flusterstorm or Dispel. I think in his hand.
Let's
I'm not
take a
sure.
look. He is playing Dispel, so that's a possibility. He's not playing Flusterstorm,
Okay,
though.
and Diego scoops. I can only understand him.
Yeah, it would have taken quite a bit of time for Manu to actually win the game, but it's definitely in Diego's best interest to scoop the game if he wants to have the time to win 2 of them.
In 20 minutes, it's gonna be tough with
A draw
Arbiter.
would definitely put both of them out.
Yeah, a draw is.
It's
is
possible that Diego cannot
make the pay at all.
anyway, like even if he wins both, but he has a shot. So
Well, he just got paired up. Like he didn't
Yeah,
get.
well-
So it helps his opponent match win rate.
that is
Mais
true.
lui a tenu à gagner sans mettre 3 points avec lui.
Okay, so Manuel wanted to win without choosing again. He told us.
Well, that's his right.
Like he wanted to pay again and not choose it. He wanted to show his dominance. You know, his alpha status.
Okay, so that was not.
Not a mistake. He didn't forget anything. He just wanted to show how far ahead he was. That's quite the taunt. So for neither of those players to win in, they'll have to play afterward.
Yeah, definitely need to win in both of them.
But Manuel, if he wins, or if he wins this one 1-0, I think this is one of the most likely purpose. He doesn't have to try and win it in 20 minutes. He can just try and counter everything and win like this. Like Manuel doesn't have to win in 20 minutes because his deck takes a lot of time to win outside of Emrakul hits, right?
Yes, it does, but he can reach a winning point like in this game quite fast. So it's very good for Manuel because he doesn't, since he won game 1, he doesn't have to worry about actually killing his opponent.
Game 2, yeah. He can just get
I
ahead.
know last round he had a draw because his opponent killed him in the last of extra turn, and if he managed to survive,
It was 1-0.
it was 1-0 for Manu. So yes, it takes quite a while to
To finish the game, to
Yeah.
actually win or make the opponent concede.
Yeah, I mean, some players don't want to concede. Well, you don't have to concede. Some people
Well,
don't concede
in
until
game one
they
and
actually
game
took
two-
30 damage.
In game 1 and game 2, I feel like sometimes like here Diego could have conceded maybe 20
yeah, plus
minutes
son.
ago.
J'ai
Euh,
deux sources différentes qui me disent ça. Again.
So, game 2 is starting. I see Minamo schools at Order Edge. Another way to untap your Jace
That
and
is
get more
true.
roots out of it.
Yeah, you can untap it and transform it if your opponent is not careful and didn't try to kill it
Or-
when it taps.
Or didn't read the card. Holy, this card is $27?
I guess.
Okay.
It's played modern, like
Nah, it's a one-off in Odrotai's deck.
no, it's plain Merfolk. Like you play it because
What can you untap with it?
nothing. It
It's-
just choke.
Yeah, it doesn't take choke and boil and...
There is
okay.
like literal no reason to not play. Well,
Blood
it's-
Moon.
except this tag price. Well,
You
you're
can
playing
hit-
so many basic islands. Like Blood Moon is not a good.
You
card
get
against it.
you get much travel Minamo, get it back.
I mean,
Blood Moon. Yeah, I agree. it's fair.
I guess maybe in some situation you can kill, you can target a Kira or something, like an opposing Kira, so you can stop the
then-
ability ones. I don't know. There are some
Corner cases.
weird
application.
corner case.
I see, but it still doesn't
Maybe
make it
kill-
a 27 euro
Maybe
card.
kill an opposing phantasmal image that's copy the legendary creature. I don't know.
It's true, but it's still pretty hard to get this. So... So we got a few Drogo turns. Manuel didn't cast a Jace on 2, so he's respecting the possibility of counter spells from Diego. He wants to be able to protect his Jace when he goes for it.
Picnic.
So we are having some connection issues. So if you have no sound or no video, it is
You
linked.
probably can't hear us if you don't have sound, but
Yeah,
that's
definitely, but
alright.
It's okay. I'm sure some people have sound and can say it in the chat. So
Yeah, maybe. Does anyone have sound? Please tell us if you do.
if one guy has sound, please tell us. But yeah, we're dropping a ton of frames.
You're
don't
not
really
missing
know.
much though. So nothing's happening on the game. In case you have, for some reason, sound and no. Okay.
So we get Chromox Exiling Submerge. Doesn't look really good against Augustin.
Yeah, I mean you can still cast it for 5 mana, which is not great, but it's not like a total blank.
It's a big time ebb.
Well,
It's instant.
Instant speed time ebb is much better than time ebb.
Definitely. After this game, I will restart everything stream-wise. So I hope we'll get things sorted out before top 8 to get.
Is everything recorded locally just fine?
I think so.
Okay, so
Normally
I
it
don't
is.
know. You should be able to hear us on YouTube afterwards. I
Yes.
don't know if you're hearing us now. Maybe you're actually watching on YouTube now, several days
Yeah,
after.
10 years
but
later. Maybe the
Maybe
year
not
is
10 years later,
2026, and people are
We're in the
watching the
future.
first.
We're in the future.
Yeah, people are watching, the second DTC covered, and they're all curious, old school Magic. It's a
Yeah.
new format, Oh, we're gonna play old school Magic. It's
What
all cards up until.
origins in the format. The lost country in Europe.
Yes. Maybe they won't understand it. Maybe people won't speak English anymore. Who knows? More seriously, we got Jace who gets mana leaked, so Jace trying to come back. And after the counter spell, it's the leak. The magic clear rewards mana leak.
Still have some messages from people saying they don't have anything, like no sound, like
Absolutely nothing.
fixed image, black screen. Maybe we should restart everything now.
It won't change much. Like my connection won't change. So the problem is that the connection is not stable. The connection won't change by just restarting. There's no point. So at the moment we'll just continue like this. I mean, it will go on YouTube later. It will be okay, and we just can focus on that.
Yep. Okay.
So the Jace who tried to come back got countered by a mana leak. Manuel chose not to fight over it. I'm not sure he actually had a counter spell. But for the ones who are just content playing Drogo, Diego doesn't want to jeopardize his commander and try to force it.
I mean, if he manages to stick it,
There.
it's going to be very good. I mean, it's both very dangerous and very good. Because he kind of has to fight it fight over it once he decides to play it, but then it will most likely be tapped out or very few mana up once it's Manu's turn, and Manu is playing quite a few steal effects. And
Okay, I have an idea, so I'll restart the stream.